Welcome to Indonesia, a country that boasts amazing nature and beautiful cultural diversity. It can be seen in the over 1,300 different tribes that reside here, as well as over 1,000 traditional languages that are still spoken to this day. We are currently in Situ Gunung, which is at the foot of the Gede Panggaro Mountains here in Sukabumi, West Java. So this is the longest suspension bridge in all of Southeast Asia. So come with us as we explore this beautiful archipelago known as Indonesia here with the Indonesia Study Program with Nusa Putra University.
The Situ Gunung Suspension Bridge in Sukabumi was the first destination we explored in the Indonesian Study Program with Nusa Putra University. There on the mountain, we walked in the beautiful lush forests, saw plenty of beautiful wildlife, and we also crossed several high suspension bridges to reach the extraordinary ancient valley waterfall. We also saw an amazing and interesting traditional Sundanese art performance, while we were also introduced to a plethora of edible forest plants. My curiosity was piqued about the abundant natural charm Sukabumi has to offer. I continued my journey for about 3 hours south of Sukabumi City to explore the natural beauty of the Chilita Geopark. There I enjoyed the expansive view of the Indian Ocean from the top of Dharma, did a little trekking to enjoy Cikente Waterfall, and finally enjoyed a beautiful sunset at Palangpang Beach.
Kelapa muda.
Whatever that means.
No, that's coconut in Indonesian. Kelapa muda.
Kelapa muda?
Kelapa.
Kelapa.
Muda.
Kelapa muda.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Also, what you need to check out is the Discover Indonesia program that Nusa Putra has to offer. So if you want to get to know more about East Java, Yogyakarta, Solo, and maybe even about Bali, check out the Nusa Putra Instagram page and follow us with Discover Indonesia.
It's going to be a great adventure, so you don't want to miss out.
Yes.
Batik itu adalah wax resist teknik. Iya. Itu sudah menjadi warisan budaya intangible culture from Indonesia yang disahkan PBB menjadi warisan budaya tak bendawi atau intangible. Kenapa disebut intangible? Karena batik itu adalah proses.
Pertama-tama kita bikin adonan dulu kayak gini. Udah adonan, kita sediakan nanti rebusan aring udah mendidih. Ini sampai mendidih nanti. Udah semua dimasukin ke pot ini. Terus diaduk pakai stick. Jadi di sini sistemnya manual ya. Manual. Jadi nggak pakai mixer. Jadi bagus pakai manual ya daripada mixer. Hasilnya.
Gamelan ini merupakan pengembangan dari keunggulan atau pengembangan dari kehebatan gamelan-gamelan. Jadi semuanya ada di nadanya ada di dalam gamelan Mutilaras ini.
Halo. Nama aku Jordan. I'm from America, Serikat. I've been here for 5 bulan. Noel. Hai Noel. Saya Agus dari Belanda, ya. Saya Nusa Putra untuk magang asisten dosen hukum.
We actually got to experience some traditional Sukabumi music and dance to explore the arts and culture of the Sundanese people.
So after experiencing the iconic gems unique to Sukabumi and all it has to offer, I really gained a deeper understanding about the cultural, traditional, economic, and societal riches this area had to offer. Now, we get to go further on our journey. For 7 days, we will adventure all across the archipelago, starting off in central Java, Yogyakarta, and ending our journey in Bali. So come join us.
Borobudur Temple is located in the central Java province. About 40 kilometers northwest of Yogyakarta, this temple is located in the Magelang district on the northwestern edge of the Kedu Plain. Borobudur, the center of wisdom and peace, is a symbol of hope and light in the middle of the Indonesian island of Java.
Jordan here again, even closer to the beautiful Borobudur. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is an over 1,200-year-old Buddhist temple, tallest one in the world to date. Also, a fun fact I forgot to mention is actually it's built in 3 layers, which are supposed to represent the 3 different states of the human mind, body, and soul.
We decided to go further into central Java on our journey, where we discovered a beautiful temple which had an amazing story, a proof of love for Roro Janggrang from Prabu Boko, and this temple is called Prambanan.
Okay guys, so what do you think about the Prambanan temple?
Beautiful so far. We've only just explored the outside of it and the kind of the rubbles and the remains at the moment. Cannot wait to start seeing the statues and the heart of it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, what do you think, Noah?
I'm very glad that we have a guide so we can learn about all the nuances of the temple and the history.
Okay, so what's your...
I think it's impressive that actually most of it is destroyed but also rebuilt.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that Indonesia also shows their respect and their love for their culture. So yeah, that's what I think is the most amazing.
Unfortunately, we can see the picture before they are broken, yeah?
Ah, nice.
Oh, we can just break it ourselves.
We then continued our journey to Nagayarkata Hadingrat Sultanate Palace, also known as one of the beautiful icons of Yogyakarta. This is about 17 kilometers from Prambanan Temple, so quite nearby.
How do you think of when you first time come here?
Wonderful.
No, I thought it was really cool actually.
Yeah.
I love the kind of unique architecture too you
me
see
too.
here. So it's a lot of, like wide, ornate roofing, a lot of gold embellishing too on the columns, furniture, the clothing too.
The clothing,
super
yeah.
unique for a wedding ceremony compared to what I'm used to in America.
Yeah.
So I also kind of found it crazy that the groom at the wedding day, he's shirtless. He's standing there just showing off his pecs. Super cool. I mean, it's definitely something you don't see in other places in the world.
Yeah, that's right.
And I also like the fact because, no offense, but for example,
Yep.
Islam is really like, cover everything on, blah, blah, blah. But still, they keep the tradition here of
keep
the
the tradition, yeah.
Jogja heritage. So I really appreciate that as well.
Really embracing the Sultanate.
Yeah.
Love that.
After a day of visiting the different historical heritage sites in the special region of Yogyakarta, we took some time to rest and enjoy the afternoon in Malioboro. That offered classical European architecture, which was located in Solo, and then we ventured further on to the Mangkudiagaran Palace before we eventually decided to make our way for the 4th day to the Island of the Gods.
Okay, Noel, so I buy this thing. I think smell is good. What do you think? What you buy?
I bought the incense and it's special because you don't have to burn it. You can just poke holes in it, and she said it's gonna last 3 years. So
Oh, 3 years. It's
I thought it's a good deal.
For face or
No, incense. It's just for smell.
Oh, for smell. Like aromatherapy, you know?
Yeah,
Can I
exactly.
smell? That is
Yeah, it's really nice. I had a lot of fun, honestly, and I didn't expect it to be this much fun.
Dude, the old school cars and the little selfie factory area was actually pretty fun. Normally I don't like that kind of stuff, but that was a lot of fun actually.
I don't know, it brought out the child in me.
Yeah, definitely. I kept trying to get pictures of Spider-Man.
Before we crossed the island of Bali, we took some time to buy typical Indonesian souvenirs, namely batik. While in Solo, we visited one of the famous batik shops, and we got to see firsthand the process of making painted batik with canting, and it was very, very interesting. Now it was time for us to cross the Bali Strait by ferry to explore more amazing locations on the island of the gods. We felt very blessed because we got to watch the sunrise on the ship, and it was truly breathtaking. Thus far, we have really enjoyed the trip. Finally, after about 12 hours of riveting travel and having to cross the strait, we finally arrived at one of the iconic locations of the island of the gods, namely Garuda Vishnu Kencana, located in Jimbaran, Bali. The Garuda Vishnu Kencana statue is not just a magnificent statue, chock full of history and arts. The complex itself is surrounded by stunning natural beauty. There we were also able to see the giant statue up close, which, believe it or not, is even larger than the Statue of Liberty. And we then got to follow up with the traditional dance performances that really highlighted the Balinese Hindu religious rituals.
So the first thing we did was, of course, maintain the traditional garb. And then we had a quick lesson about, why we are doing this, how to properly, prostrate ourselves and act accordingly. We were then doused with holy water to initiate ourselves before we officially started the prayer. And then we received, right hand on top, the holy water directly into our palms, where we drank it 3 times, then washed our face on the 4th time. And then after that, we were told to pray and think on a wish, just anything kind of like that, something we would like to see happen in our future. Once that was all said and done, we were then blessed with these bracelets, which represent the sun, water, and rebirth gods as well. So, and with that, it actually slowly undoes itself over time. And the way that works is that once it is officially done, we supposedly lose the protection of those gods. And that needs to remind us to come back and pray and give thanks once more. Yep. And that was our experience so far.
Yeah, it was amazing. Before sunset, we continued to our next destination, namely Uluwatu Beach. This was a famous place of worship for Balinese Hindus, namely the Uluwatu Temple. Not only did we visit the temple, we also got to witness a very famous Balinese dance named the Kachak Dance. Plus, we got to view the amazing sea cliffs that had an immaculate view of the sunset. On our second day in Bali, we set foot in the garden, which was built in 1948 by the King of Kranagasem. This park was originally functioned as a water palace by the King of Kranagasem. However, this park was destroyed, unfortunately, by the eruption of Mount Agung in 1963. However, this place is called Taman Tirtha Ganga, one of my favorite places we got to see, and it was so full of all these beautiful fish that we got to feed, and we got to take an amazing boat ride across a small bridge, and it was just all extremely exciting. We then continued our journey to Tenganan village, which is a traditional village. It has a unique tradition, namely Mekarekare or Pandan War. This tradition is dedicated to god Indra, the god of war in Hindu society in Bali, and the traditions here are still preserved today. We then continued our journey to the famous beaches east of Denpasar, Bali, namely Sanur Beach. There we enjoyed the view of the sunset by swimming along the cove, just for a nice way to unwind after visiting so many destinations in such a short time. This was all thanks to the Studi Indonesia program hosted by Nusa Putra University. The next day, we were able to continue the journey to several more beaches on the island of Bali. The first location we went to was Tanah Lot, which is a temple for the Hindus located right along the beach. So here, Tanah Lot is actually unique in the fact it's one of the 4 protective Hindu temples that Bali has to offer, both in the east, the west, the north, and the south. Here we are actually on the east coast of the Bali island, where we also got to experience a sacred snake, which is a sea snake. As you don't know, they are highly venomous. However, it was assured to me this is a holy snake and he will not bite you. So I finally worked up the courage and I was able to hold the snake. As this being our last day on the island as well, we decided that our final destination would be the oldest museum in Bali, which was founded back in 1932. This museum is beautiful and has a very important role in preserving and showcasing Bali's cultural heritage. Finally, after our 12-hour journey by bus, by ship, and everything in between, we arrived at the ancient museum in central Java, namely Sanggunanan. Here we explored and learned more about archaeologically, and fun fact, it turns out that this museum and this area holds around 65% of the ancient hominid fossils in Indonesia and then 50% of the ancient fossils in the world. Talk about crazy.
Hey, Jordan here. So, wrap everything up. As you've already heard from plenty of times from me and my other colleagues, the Discover Indonesia program, sponsored by Nusa Putra, has been an amazing and unforgettable experience. Namely, the sights we saw, the beautiful times we got to spend together, and the friendships we made along the way made for an unforgettable experience. Not only that, we had great accommodations when it came to our housing, to the hotels we stayed at, the food we got to eat, as well as the fun bus rides we got to go on from each location, singing karaoke, napping with our friends, and just having an all-around great time. If you or any of your friends would like to experience this as well, this is a great opportunity to see all that Indonesia has to offer, ranging from amazing tourist destinations, beautiful historic sites and temples, and just great fun in the sun with your friends. If that sounds like something you're interested in, come discover Indonesia with us.